Welcome back to Skinny's Guitars. I have a super rare and awesome guitar for you today. It is a 2006 Nash David Gilmour model, and it's a recreation of his legendary 1954 Stratocaster. For my research, Nash only made one of these guitars, and the neck plate reads number 0001, just like Gilmour's guitar. This guitar was ordered by Killer Vintage Guitars and was the 51st guitar made by Nash for Killer Vintage. The guitar has a custom alder body, a maple C-neck, and the pickups on the hang tag say Fender Fat 50s. The actual pickups in the guitar are Curtis Novak's. Curtis Novak is a boutique pickup designer and builder. It has been tinkerer with pickups and restoring vintage guitars since 1983. These pickups have a distinct sound and truly replicate the vibe and tone of a vintage 54 Stratocaster. The guitar is very impressive. The similarities of the aging on this guitar when comparing to the photos of Gilmour's 54 Strat are incredible. The cigarette burns on the headstock and the relicing on the body are almost in the color of the body and the pickguard are spot on and almost identical to Gilmour's 54 Stratocaster. Also, the neck tint and the wear pattern are incredible and very close to Gilmour's. Honestly, I'm super impressed with this guitar, and it's such a unique piece from Nash. So, Gilmour's famous Strat was not the first Strat ever made. It was just an unusual color with gold hardware that made this guitar one of a kind. So the gold hardware on this guitar that is unique compared to a regular 54 Strat is the tremolo and tremolo bar, the input jack, the gold iodized pickguard. Gilmour's also had a gold iodized back plate, but Nash did not do that, even though he did include the gold screws. And then obviously the neck plate cover, which is gold as well, that said 0001. Gilmour had said that the tuners on his guitar were gold at 1.2, but changed to nickel. So the hang tag on this guitar reads, first off, handwritten, it says 7 pounds, 6 ounces. It says body is alder custom, neck maple C, pickups Fat 50s, other says KV51, which is Killer Vintage, 51st guitar. It was made in May of 06, and the model is a S-54, which is a 54 Stratocaster / DG0001, which is David Gilmour's legendary 0001 54 Stratocaster. There are various stories behind the creation and the originality of David Gilmour's White Strat, but the one that seems to hold the most weight and is what Gilmour stands behind is the following. The guitar was given by Leo Fender to Rex Robert Gallion in around 1955. Rex was a country western guitarist who was involved in designing the Stratocaster. So the guitar was probably custom made by the company and given to him as a present. Apparently he helped with the carving in the back of the guitar so it fit better to the body. Rex apparently traded this guitar in the late 60s, leaving it at a Santa Maria music store called Sousa Music, where it was then bought by Richard Green. Richard then wanted to repaint the guitar, and he took the guitar to Seymour Duncan's shop, who luckily recognized the significance of leaving this guitar original, and instead offered another guitar to Richard as a trade. In 1977, Duncan sold the guitar to Phil Taylor, David Gilmour's guitar tech. David tried the guitar, and he wanted to buy it from Phil initially, but Phil was reluctant at first. But eventually, Taylor needed money to buy a house, and he sold the guitar to David Gilmour. Okay, I got the pickguard off the guitar. You can see right here, KB for Killer's Vintage, 51st guitar made, Gilmour, 001. Says it has right here, it says Fender Fat 50s on the pickguard, but you can see that they're actually are labeled Curtis Novak, January 2nd of 2006. The middle pickup says, for Roger, thanks. The pots date to the second week of 2006. You can see by the wiring, it's all that vintage cloth wrapped wiring. I've never had a guitar with a metal pickguard like this. It's pretty cool. Okay, I got the neck off the guitar. Really lightweight neck. Frets are in perfect condition. It's like it was never played. There's no real wear on them at all. I love the relicing on this neck. I feel like it really matches Gilmour's guitar and the wear pattern on his. Got the fake cigarette burns up here. You got the string wear down here. And I really think the tint is nice as well. This is where the fun part starts, but on the back, you know, we have the regular Bill Nash 06, the vintage Kluson tuners, but down here it says Nash guitar, or it just says Nash, I'm sorry, right here. But this looks like an old doubled up scratch ticket. And then a little piece of metal that says made in the USA on it. It's kind of funny that he would use something like that. There's nothing on the butt end at all. But yeah, great neck, super nice. The body has nothing written in it at all. And the wear on it is very, very similar to Gilmour's guitar from all the pictures that I've seen from the auctions and everything he sold. The body's not super lightweight, but it's not a heavy guitar. And then the back plate, it says 0001. Okay, let me do a couple of quick neck measurements on the guitar. Check the nut first. That is a 1.62. First fret net depth is 0.86. 12th fret. .92. The other thing I wanted to point out is here on the top of the headstock, it says KV 51-1. Okay, I'm here with the 2006 Nash Gilmour model, and I'm going to do a little sound demo. I'm playing through a Fender Supersonic. I'm playing only through the clean channel. I've got the bass around 6 and the treble around 5. I'm going to start off in the neck pickup. Okay, now I'm going to add a little boost in front of it. I'm using a Copper Sound Fox catcher. I have almost everything at noon, except for the tone I've backed down a little bit. Start off in the neck. Okay, now I'm going to put some distortion in front of it. I'm using the JHS Pack Rat and I have it in turbo mode. I have the filter at about 10 o'clock, and I've got the distortion around 11.